Under equations, please. We write this down. Is it okay if we do brush?
Keep a good new color. You have this color every day. Just start getting bored.
Back in my day, we had one color, it was white.
Wow.
True.
But it's not your day anymore.
Wow.
Oh, it's charms.
The next step we're talking about here on equations is equations that have variables on both sides. That is the difference here on these equations. I thought we talked about this, but I guess maybe not. Okay, and the one simple rule to follow when you have variables on both sides, you do it just like we've done before. Let me give you a big long example. Here's an example. Write this down. Make sure you get it down. 5 times 2x plus 4. 5 times 2x plus 4 minus 2x equals 2 times 3x plus 12. If you run into an equation that looks like that, it looks kind of complicated. It's really not. The first thing you have to do is the same thing we did before. You need to simplify as much as possible each side. Okay? Simplify both sides first. Okay, in other words, you are going to get this side down as far as you possibly can, and this side down as far as you possibly can, and then worry about the rest. So let us do that. Somebody wanted a different color. Let's go with a little hot pink there. Okay. So on the left side, what's going to happen first, Alexandria? I'm going to, how do I get rid of this parenthesis? Use what property? What property gets rid of the parentheses? Not the associative property. Jake? Distributive. So I'm going to multiply both terms inside here by this 5, which gives me 10x plus 20 minus 2x. That doesn't get changed just yet. On the other side, you're left with 6x plus 24. Stop me if you don't know what just happened there. Distributive property on both sides, got rid of the parentheses. Okay. Now, still combining or simplifying what I can on each side, what can I still do to this left side? Busy? Right, you can put both of these together, okay? Now here's where, well, let me just do it. 10x minus 2x's is 8x's. I still have my plus 20, and that equals 6x plus 24. Now here is where the new stuff for today comes in. I've got x's on the both sides of my equal signs. What do I do to get x's just on one side? Because I can't really solve it at this point. Kylie?
You add or subtract, and then that's the other side.
Right. And then that's step number 2. Move all variables to one side and all numbers to the other. And you do this by doing their opposite. Okay. In other words, I probably want to move my 6x over here. Well, to get rid of that 6x and move it over there, I do its opposite, which means I subtract 6x. Subtracting 6x from 8x gives me 2x. Okay, plus 20 equals 24. Now I need to move this 20 to the other side because I want letters on one side, numbers on the other. I do its opposite and subtract 20, and I get 2x equals 4. And then the last thing you always do is divide or multiply it out, whatever number. Isolate the variable is what they call it. I want the x by itself. So I just divide by 2, divide by 2. So in the end, x equals 2. Jot that down because then I have to give you the big warning here. mistake that I see most people who have a hard time focusing on this make. Okay? This is what I see most people make the mistake. I will see people take this and add 2x here because they think opposite and then add 2x here. What you must remember, unless you're moving it from one side of the equal sign to the other side, okay, you don't do its opposite. It's only when I want to think about the equal sign and being the great divide. In order to cross over that, you do the opposite. But these two are already on the same side, so you can combine them. You don't do opposites, you just combine them. To move it to the other side, you have to do the opposite. Because I'll see people do all sorts of stuff here. They'll add 2x here and add 2x there, and that's not right. You have 10x minus 2x, you get the 8x's there. Understand what I'm saying? I see it all the time. Let me give you another for example. For instance, how about this one? 10 minus 6x equals negative 2 times 3x minus 5. Actually, let me give you a chance to do that. Do that one on your own. Simplify each side of the equal sign first. Okay, and then put all your letters on one side, your numbers on the other, and see what you get. Shouldn't take you too long. Got an answer there? Let's do it. What can I simplify on this left side? Looking at this side over here, what does that simplify down to? Katie Nolan?
10 minus 6x.
Right, you can't do anything with it. It stays 10 minus 6x. Over here on the right side, however, I can do what, Alex? Exactly. Don't forget this is a minus 2 times both of those things. Minus 2 times 3x is a negative 6x, and the negative 2 times a negative 5 is a positive 10. Hopefully everybody got that. Now both sides are simplified. What am I going to do next, Mary? You have your choice, by the way, on this. I want to get my letters to one side, my numbers to the other side. What am I going to move where and why? What's that? I'm going to add what? Which one? This one or this one? This one? This one? If I add 6x, I get no x's. Add 6x, I get 0 x's. So far, so good. Oh man, we got a long discussion coming up ahead of us. Now what do I do? Jacob Woman? I got my letters on one side. What do I do with my numbers? What do I have to do? Kylie?
Subtract 10 and
Subtract 10. Subtract 10. Now, interestingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, 0x equals 0. I'm going to say that most of you are going to tell me the answer is, anybody? 0. Now, suddenly I have to digress here, though, because that's not the answer. But I need you to take some notes on this.